Hey everybody, this is Miss Susan with Suzette's Puppets, and thanks for joining me again for another of Miss Susan's favorite Storytime picks. So this week my Storytime is all about penguins and polar bears. And what's really fun when talking about animals is being able to share the sound effects, or the sounds, I should say, that animals make. And if you look in the descriptions, I'm going to show you two sites that I use during my story times to be able to share with the kids what a penguin sounds like and what a polar bear sounds like. So that's always fun. So basically, when I start off with my story times, anytime I talk about something that especially might have a nonfiction book component to it, I do try to find the book and read it. So the first one that I talked about in my story time was actually about penguins, and this book is cute. It's called Baby Penguins Slip and Slide, and this is a really adorable book talking about the day in the life of a baby penguin. I love this book because it has a lot of big words that kind of emphasize those key words: lots, run, bump. It also has a fact stop, which I think is really cool too, because it also shows the parents who are reading it, or the teachers or librarians who are reading it to their kids, just a little bit more in-depth snapshot information about the penguins family, what they eat, what their predators are, things like that. And what I love, especially since I'm still doing my story times online, I'm always looking for books that really have bright, vibrant pictures. And this book definitely does deliver. So I think it's really adorable. So this is one book. For the polar bear side, I chose this book, A Day in the Life of Polar Animals, all about polar bears. Same thing too. This book is very informative, very adorable. It has great pictures too. A lot of text. I love how the text, and most nonfiction books for kids do too. They have words in bold like predators and polar, which is really nice. I love how it breaks it down, like that's the size of a polar bear's paw. So that's pretty cool too. And this has a wonderful glossary at the end too. So these are my two nonfiction picks that I used. For my fiction picks, I kind of based my story time off of this book. It's such a cute book. It's called Virgil and Owen Stick Together. This is an adorable book about a penguin who likes to do everything fast and a polar bear who likes to do things just a little bit slow. So these two are walking to school and spending time in school. And as they go throughout their day, again, Virgil the penguin likes to do things fast, and eventually it gets on Owen's nerves and he gets kind of tired of it. And so basically, of course, Owen has a moment where he growls at his dear friend. But then the penguin does learn, okay, you know what, it's fine. We can go slow. Not a problem. So again, adorable pictures, fun pictures, vibrant pictures that I think the kids will really enjoy. This book too is really cool, Penguin's Big Adventure, and don't worry, I'll have in the description the title of the books and the names of the authors in the descriptions too. But this book I felt was really heartwarming. It's about a little penguin who has a goal. He wants to be the very first penguin who reaches the North Pole. And so he's got his backpack ready and he's all ready to go. But as he goes along the way, he bumps into other friends too who also have big goals, who wants to break records too. For example, we have one penguin who wants to build the largest basket out of sticks. We have another penguin who is braiding the longest braid. So different things like that. So this is a lot of fun. So once he meets his goal, who does he meet? A polar bear. And the funny thing about this is it talks about the misconceptions that they have. Polar bear thinks that all penguins have karate belts and do karate, where a penguin feels that polar bears have sharp teeth. And the polar bear says, well, we do, but I don't have any in yet, so don't worry about that. So anyway, they become friends and they both tour the North Pole together. But the heartwarming thing at the end of this book is when it's time for the penguin to go home, instead of taking his adventure back with him, he leaves it with the polar bear and he tells him, you know what, my time is done. Why don't you go ahead and have an adventure? I mean, how cute is that? And then of course he says, but the best adventure to go is going back home. So that was a really cute book. And last but not least, excuse me, is Hush, little polar bear. This is an absolutely adorable book. And one of the things that I enjoy about this book too, it has a lot of rhyming words, which is perfect for your preschoolers. Obviously the pictures are vibrant and beautiful. It's about a little girl who has a polar bear teddy bear, and she's asleep at night, but as she's asleep, she has all of these dreams of all the fun places that her polar bear is going all throughout the night. But again, it has wonderful rhyming text inside of the book too, so if you read the story over and over again, it's easy for a little one to catch on to as you continue to read it to them. So cute. Well, those are Miss Susan's picks for the day. Thank you again for joining me. If you'd like to continue to listen to my Storytime picks, go ahead and just make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can get notifications anytime a new video comes out. But again, thank you so much for listening to me again. You guys have a fun week. Bye.